Jason and Kim Crystal with a pistol, chainsaw and number
Here's Johnny.
It's Jason and Kim Crystal with a pistol, chainsaw and number This is nutty. Mike. Jason and Kim Crystal with a pistol, chainsaw and number This is nutty. Mike. Jason and Kim Crystal with a pistol, chainsaw and number This is nutty. It's Michael.
What is going on, YouTube? This is Versus Loco, the motherfucking horror cholo, and I'm back at it like a crack addict. And this is going to be my first time I'm going to do this, and I am going to do this every month, and we are going to go through my Letterboxd, okay? So right now we're going to be going over everything that I watched in the month of December. Okay, and for one, full disclosure, I am on workman's comp right now, so I have a lot of time on my hands. Okay, so I watched 53 movies this month, or I'm sorry, the month of December. So yeah, we're gonna go through these and kind of, I'm gonna give you the little bit of a breakdown, but just kind of really let you know what I watched and what my rating is on it. All these are going to be out of 5. Again, this is my opinion. I apologize if you guys feel differently, but it is what it is. Okay, so first up we have It's a Wonderful Life. That's probably going to be the last time I'm going to show it like that. I am going to do it a different way after. But yes, the first movie that I watched for December is going to be It's a Wonderful Life. This movie was really fucking good. I don't know how I've never watched this movie before though, but it is one that kind of passed me by and for the longest time. And it's funny because there's like different movies. Every time I thought of It's a Wonderful Life, I thought of Menace to Society, because there's a part where he's in there with his grandparents and they're watching that movie and talking about the fucking every time a bell rings, blah, 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 all this stuff like that. And that's when they give him the little sermon trying to, do you care if you live or die? You know, there's in that. And then there was another movie too where they mentioned it as well, but I always think of Menace to Society. So yeah, I finally watched it, and it was a really good movie. Really good movie. I almost feel like it was kind of the typical like Christmas Carol story though, you know, about the guy down on his luck after a while. There's the rich guy that kind of, you know, makes things worse, you know, but I don't know, it really was amazing. It was a really great movie. I didn't think it was a masterpiece, but I gave that thing 4.5 stars. So yeah, really cool movie. The next movie that I watched was A Christmas Story Christmas. So this is going to be the sequel to A Christmas Story. And A Christmas Story is actually my favorite Christmas movie ever made. I really enjoy the Christmas Story. So watching this movie, it definitely hit on many nostalgia things. So it was really cool that it was really cool that they brought the kid back and now he's a father. Kind of going through all the motions with his kids also. There were some parts in there where I felt it was a little cheesy, a little corny. It definitely didn't have the magic as the original, but like I said, the nostalgia things kind of picked at you and made you kind of appreciate it and like it a lot more. I did enjoy it though. By the end of it, I was like, wow, you know, I think I will put that in my rotation for Christmas time. So I did give that one 3.5 stars. So yeah. Next up, I watched The New Kids for the first time. And this is kind of one of those, you know, there's a lot of stories like this with the bullies and stuff like that. And, you know, I love these movies, but at the same time, I always feel like they make the bullies like are bullies really fucking like that? Like that bad? You know, like hell no. Like, I mean, these are like murderers like walking around like, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it happens, but I've seen so many movies like this and it's just like, what the fuck? Like these kids would be in jail already, you know? It's kind of crazy. But with that being said, it is a movie, so I appreciate it as a movie, and I did enjoy it a lot. You know, it was really good. I did like it. Yeah, it was really good. So I gave that one also. You know, that one could actually probably go up to 4 stars, but I gave it 3.5 stars. Next up, this is a funny one, okay? Because I love the original Basket Case. I think the original Basket Case is probably on my top 10 horror movies of all time. That's how much I like Basket Case. And for some reason, I've always avoided the sequels. I own them, and I've owned them for a very long time. And there was actually one time that I did try to watch it, and I was just like, what the fuck? fuck is this, you know? And I don't know why. It's something that I've kind of gotten over in the past maybe 2 years. You know, I used to, if I didn't like a movie, I'd fucking turn it off. And it's like, why am I doing that? Like, let the thing finish. Sometimes the payoff on a movie makes everything worth it, you know? So I don't know why I did that before, but this past like 2 years to 2.5 years, I watch everything and I watch anything and I give everything the benefit of the doubt. You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I still watch a lot of shit, but you know, you watch a lot of movies and you either appreciate them for what they are, or you watch the whole thing and then at the end you're just like, oh yeah, that was a fucking good movie. So anyway, Basket Case 2. It went in a completely different direction as the original, so it's definitely not a masterpiece to me like the original, but it was fucking fun. It was a blast. I really love the creature effects. I thought it was really cool. The different sequences and stuff. Really fucking fun movie. It was a blast. I gave that one 3.5 stars. Next up, right after that, I watched Part 3. Part 3 was almost the same movie. Actually, from what I heard, is that they actually recorded those movies back to back. So then they just came out with part 2 and then automatically did part 3 right after. And, you know, you can really tell, because you could tell it was all the same fucking characters, the same exact house, kind of just an extension of what was going on anyway. So it really did make sense that they did those back to back. It wasn't as good as part 2 to me, but I still had a lot of fun with it. Very silly, very goofy in these ones when the first one was not goofy at all. So that does take a little bit getting used to. But once you look past that and give things the benefit of the doubt and just take them for what they are, you know, shitty sequels is what they call them. But I had a fucking blast. I gave that one 3 stars. Next up, I watched Skinned Deep. And this is the one from 2004. And this is a fucking wild movie. Like, it is very out there. Not a lot of it made sense. It did have good effects, and I can always appreciate that. You give me good effects, and I'm a sucker for that kind of shit. But yeah, it's very fucking strange. It's the guy, he also made Saint Bernard. And Saint Bernard is another one that's very fucking weird. Very out there, very random. Almost like a fucking fever dream acid trip kind of movie. And this one had a lot of those vibes. I feel like Saint Bernard was way better, but this one was cool. I gave it 3 stars. Next up, we have Krampus. Okay, this is one that I watch with my family all the time. Like my kids, they like it. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought it was going to be so much more serious than it was. So I hated it the first time I seen it. But every single year that I watch it, I feel like it gets better and better. So I really love the creature effects. This is one, I believe on the special features, you can actually see them, like, you know, behind the scenes, making the animatronics move and all that stuff. And I'm a sucker for that shit. So it was really cool to see that. Also, they had a Krampus house at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it was really fucking cool. They captured feeling like you're in that environment really, really well. I mean, the fucking outside was the house, and you walk in the house. It's really cool. But yeah, it's a really fun movie, and I enjoyed it even more because I can watch it with my kids and stuff like that. So yeah, really cool stuff. I give Krampus 4 stars. Next up is Jingle All the Way. I'm a huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I've come to realize this. You know, I love Total Recall. I love Terminator. Terminator 2, I feel like, is one of the greatest action movies ever made. But yes, this movie is so nostalgic for me. I used to watch this all the time. I actually have a Turbo Man fucking action figure, the big action figure of this. And it's just a fucking great movie. To be honest, now looking at this, I almost want to say it's 4.5 stars, but I did give it 4. This is an amazing movie, and I watch it every single Christmas. Next up, I watched the new Puppet Master, Dr. Death. And, you know, people can say what they want to say about Full Moon, but Full Moon, I feel like they're actually starting to try again. You know, they went through a little time there where it's like, man, you guys are not even trying. But, you know, they're stepping up their game a little bit. So if you like those kind of movies, I think it's fun. You know, they have some pretty good kills. You know, the effects of the movement of these puppets are never going to be like they used to with the original Puppet Masters and demonic toys and all that stuff. I don't know why it's so hard for them to capture that magic that happened in those original movies, but for some reason they just can't. But with that being said, though, I still had a blast with it. I really like the character, also the puppet from Doctor Death. I believe that was from Retro Puppet Master. That's where they got it from. So really fucking cool. I actually gave that one 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched Silent Night, Bloody Night. Okay. I've heard good things about this movie for a very long time, and I watched it on Tubi because I don't think they have a release of it. And sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes I feel like the transfer plays a role in how you feel about a movie, because the transfer was fucking awful on Tubi. I mean, it looked like you're watching VHS, maybe even worse than a VHS. It was bad. So to me, the movie was just average, you know? I mean, I don't know. Like, I remember some of the blood effects that just looked black. It didn't even look red. And there wasn't that many kills. It seemed boring. I don't know. I thought it was average. I thought it was average. I gave that one 2.5 stars. Next up, I watched 10 to Midnight. This is more of like a crime thriller kind of action movie. I wasn't into it. I was extremely bored. It's not really my type of movie as well. So I don't know. I hate to say that it's not my type of movie, because I actually do like crime dramas and thrillers and stuff like that. So I don't know. Something about it just didn't work for me. I gave that one 2 stars. Next up, I watched The Family Man, and this was the first time I ever watched The Family Man, and man, did I fucking love that movie. Really fucking good. Again, they're all these Christmas movies like this, they're all kind of based on a story, you know. You took all this for granted, so now you're gonna go back and see what it's like if you did things differently. Then you're gonna come to realize that blah, blah, blah. And so they're very typical, but man, it fucking worked. And it just makes you think, like, damn, Nicolas Cage is really the fucking man. He's a fucking good actor, man. I really enjoy watching his stuff. It's really fucking neat. So yeah, The Family Man, I gave that motherfucker 4.5 stars. Yeah, that was good. Next up, I watched Dogs of War. This is going to be the Christopher Walken movie released by Scorpion, and yeah, it was it wasn't what I expected. I don't know why I expected more of like a military kind of war movie, but it was more of like what do they call those guys? Mercenaries. So it was basically mercenaries that they went to, I think it was Africa, and went to liberate people or something of that sort. I did enjoy it a lot. I wish it was better, but yeah, it was okay. I gave that one 3 stars. Next up, I watched one of Vinegar Syndrome's releases, Pets, and this was one that they came out with they said it was for a very short run, and it wasn't, they said when the slipcover sells out that they're not printing it ever again. So this is, what was it? It was like a kind of a girl, she's just kind of a wanderer. She ends up meeting another girl that's kind of more of like a, take advantage of kind of people kind of thing. And they end up just kind of going out doing crazy shit together and stuff. I don't know. I think the concept was better than the movie. I don't know. It could have been so much better if they would have went a different way. But I gave that one 2 stars. Next up, we have The Incinerator. This is one of those full moon movies also. It is very From Beyond kind of vibes, but done on a much lower budget. More digital kind of effects and stuff. I did enjoy it though. I thought it was pretty fun. It was okay. But I gave that one 3 stars. Next up, we have Better Watch Out. Better Watch Out is a fucking awesome movie. I really love movies that involve kids like that, and especially like evil kids like the little fucker was. He was a little bastard. Yeah, the cinematography, the Christmas vibe in it, the wickedness of that little bastard kid, I feel like it all just worked really well. Then it had kind of Home Alone vibes also. They even say, would you Home Alone him? It's kind of hilarious, but I really enjoy that movie. 4 stars on that one. Next up, we started doing some shot on video ones. I watched Backwoods Marcy. This movie, man, not only is it cheap, it's low budget, but I mean, nothing really fucking happened, you know? It's like the fucking dude was in the cage the whole time. She's just kind of harassing him, you know? I don't know. It's very, very boring. And it's like one thing in a shot on video movie that you can't do is bore me. Because then it just looks like a fucking home video that you fucking left in your closet forever. I gave that movie 1.5 stars. Next up, another shot on video movie. This was Burglar from Hell. This was actually a pretty interesting one. It kind of had a whole story to it and everything. You know, I feel like they thought this one out pretty good. Somebody killed somebody, then end up coming back later to get them. It was really fun. I had a blast with that movie. That was pretty cool. I gave that one 3.5 stars. Next up, Freeway. I watched Freeway for the first time, and man, it's funny. My lady was like, you know, I don't think people laugh at this movie as much as you are, you know, but I couldn't help it. Reese Witherspoon's dialogue was so fucking hilarious to me. She had me rolling. What, do you want to get shot like a whole bunch of times, Bill? Oh man, or Bob. Oh man, I was fucking dying. I was cracking the fuck up with her dialogue. But even beyond that, I thought it was a really cool movie. I really enjoyed Freeway. Freeway was awesome. I gave that one 4 stars. Next up, I watched Evil Laugh. Man, I don't even remember what fucking happened in this movie. I mean, I know I have a really bad memory, but fuck, I can't even remember. I think it had a couple good kills. But yeah, gave that one 2 stars. Next up, I watched It Chapter 2. My son right now is like obsessed with It. I kind of got him obsessed with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So then he kind of ventured on and now he likes It. I personally like the original way better than the new ones. But he likes the new ones, so he wanted to watch It Chapter 2. We were watching it together. And actually, you know, I feel like every time I watch those movies, I like them more and more. But yeah, you know, it was cool. That one I gave fucking 4 stars. Damn, I didn't realize I liked it that much. But yeah, I guess I'll go off of how I felt at that time. I gave that motherfucker 4 stars. Next up, I watched Mad God, okay? This is a trippy ass movie. I guess they say it took 10 years to make. It's all stop motion animation stuff. And it was a fucking visual trip, man. I was just like, whoa. I was like watching it in just like amazement, you know. I mean, the visuals just looked so incredible, and then what was happening was like so horrific and disgusting and all kinds of shit. I was just entranced by this movie the whole fucking time. It was absolutely incredible, and the fact that it had no dialogue too, all there was noises and you know, it was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. I thought it was a visual masterpiece. I gave that star 5 stars, man. I thought it was a fucking masterpiece. Next up is Violent Night. This movie was a trip, you know, like, cause I liked it, and it almost has like a really good message in it too, but with a whole bunch of murders and stuff like that. I thought it was really good. There were some parts that were very cheesy. You know, the thoughts between or the conversations between the mother and their kids, and the way that they're trying to fucking like suck up to her to get her will and all this bullshit like that. I thought that was very fucking corny. And then the parts where the guy or Santa Claus and the little girl on the walkie-talkies, that shit just lasted way too long. It's like, man, what the fuck, you guys, like, it was too long of dialogue for me that just felt so throwaway. It wasn't like such plot consuming kind of shit. So I did enjoy it for what it was. Upon rewatch, I'll probably like it a little bit more because I know what to expect. But as of right now, I did give it 3 stars. So 3 stars is good. It's above average. Next up, I watched Christmas Bloody Christmas. This is another one I feel like I want to rewatch. I know for sure I fucking couldn't stand the dialogue. The dialogue, I fucking, listen to me, you guys. I fucking cuss all the time. But the way that they were cussing in this movie was just so over the top. Like, I feel like nobody talks like that. Like, you are saying fuck every word. It's like, oh yeah, fuck this fucking person that fucking did the fucking thing is the fucking. And it's like, what? Like, you said more fucks than normal words. And I say a lot of fucks, but I mean, it was annoying after a while. I was starting to get a fucking headache. I felt like I was losing brain cells by hearing them talk or cuss so much like you're in 6th grade. You know, it's like, what the hell is going on here? This just sounds like a 6th grader made it the way you guys are talking. It's like fucking ridiculous. But it had really good kills. I really did like the neon colors, even though I feel like those also were overplayed. Like, give us some neon colors like when something's happening or every now and then, but it was like through the whole fucking movie. So that kind of got annoying too. I did like the kills. I don't know. It sounds like I hated it, but I feel like it was just average. I gave it 2.5 stars. Next up, I watched Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio. Pinocchio is probably one of my favorite stories with Disney. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Disney movie, but I really love the story. I really love the concept, everything like that. And it's crazy. We got 2 Pinocchio movies this year. That's kind of mind-boggling to me. But it was really good. Really fucking good. Another one, stop motion. That's another thing. I hope that this is showing that stop motion animation is getting more popular again, and we're going to see more of them, because that is another thing that, you know, like in old horror movies, when a creature would be there and it was stop motion, even if it looked shitty, I fucking love that shit. And I respect that shit so much. It's so awesome. It's so creative, and it visually looks amazing. But this movie was awesome. I fucking loved it. And it probably has to do a lot with the fact that I'm already a huge Pinocchio fan. And Guillermo del Toro, he killed it, man. Really fucking awesome. I gave that one 4.5 stars. Next up, I watched Mad Doctor of Blood Island. This was part of the Island trilogy, I think it is, from Severn box set. And I think I started watching one of these a long time ago and got bored with it again, back in my days where I used to shut off fucking movies without getting through it. But this one was really cool, very old school. I believe it's from the 60s. But yeah, I really love the creature effects in it. I thought it was really awesome. I gave that one 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched the original Black Christmas, and you guys are gonna hate me because of this one, but I feel like Black Christmas is very overrated. It is a very boring slasher, and you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, that scene where where she gets the bag over the head looks horrific. You know, it looks really cool. I like that. It does have some pretty cool Christmas vibes in there. The main girl from it, she's actually the one from the original It, and I love her accent, and she's really cool actor. I enjoyed the fact that she was in that movie. I was like, oh shit, I recognize her, blah blah. But I don't know, it was just boring to me, you know. So to be honest, it sucks, and you guys are gonna hate me even more. But on here I gave it 2.5 stars, but I think I'm more down to 2. Sorry guys, did not like that movie. So it's funny that I actually didn't watch it this month, but my favorite Christmas horror movie of all time is Silent Night, Deadly Night. For some reason I didn't watch it in December, but I think I was so excited that I watched it the end of November. So yeah, I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is funny, man. I used to like avoid this movie like the plague, because the majority of it is just a hash of the original movie. But once you get past all that stuff, it's actually pretty fucking fun. I usually didn't give it that benefit of the doubt, and this time I did. And once I finally got past all that stuff, I was like, man, I actually fucking really like this movie. I love everything that happened after that. Even between scenes, though, you know, his little he's not the greatest actor, but I kind of liked how crazy he tried to pretend like he was, you know. I kind of enjoyed that. And then everything when he went on his rampage, I thought it was really fucking neat. I enjoyed it. I gave that one 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, because we all know that the Vestron thing came out with part 3, 4, and 5. This movie was very mediocre. I feel bad for Bill Moseley even having to be in this movie, but you know, it was cool to see him in the movie. He didn't really do much, but you know, it was okay. It had a couple of good kills, a little bit of good atmosphere. I'd say it was, you know, it was average to slightly below average. I gave it 2.5 stars. Next up, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. This one, man, let me see. Oh yeah, this is the one with that Brian Usna made, and then had Clint Howard in it. This one was pretty fun. I actually had a blast with this one. I did give it 3 stars, but it had some good kills in it, good creature effects. I thought it was pretty cool. And then last for the Silent Night Deadly Night, I did watch part 5. I went on Silent Night Deadly Night Rampage, and this one is really fun. I do enjoy this one a lot. I love the toys at the end of the movie. I love the kills. I thought it's really cool. I gave this one 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched the movie It's Complicated from 2009, and I've always loved this movie. I think this movie is so quotable. It's hilarious. It has a good story to it. Meryl Streep is awesome. Really cool. I always say the thing when she's all stoned, she's like, I don't know if do you ever smoke smut? I crack up from that all the time. So really cool movie. I love this movie. It never gets old to me. I gave that one 4.5 stars. Next up, I watched Massacre in Dinosaur Valley. This is a Severin release, and I've had it sitting on the shelf for a very long time. I actually thought it was going to be like a dinosaur stop animation movie, but it is not. It is a cannibal movie, which I was like, what the fuck? I love cannibal movies. How the hell did I pass this or have it sitting on my shelf for that long? But it's, you know, your typical cannibal movie stuff, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I gave it 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched Nightmare City from 1980. This movie has so much Lucio Fulci vibes. It is so Italian. It is so it was a blast. It has this is a Umberto Lenzi film. Really awesome gore, really cool effects, cool decent story. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. I gave that motherfucker 4 stars. Next up, I watched Frightmare. This was a Vinegar Syndrome release a while back. I don't even remember what happened in this movie. All I know is I was not in it. I did not like it at all. I gave that movie 1.5 stars. Next up, we watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is going to be the animation one from 1964. And, you know, it's a classic. Awesome stuff. It's been man, I haven't watched that fucking movie since I was a kid. And I swear I felt like a kid again watching this movie. The nostalgia, like I remember I was having memories of like being a kid sitting in front of the TV on the tube TVs and stuff like that, watching this fucking movie. It was really cool hearing the songs. I forgot all about those fucking songs until I rewatched that one, man. It's really cool. I gave that thing 4 stars. Next up, watch The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. This is another one. Literally the only flaw I feel like this movie has is when that damn little girl sings that stupid fucking song. It is so out of left field. They should have never put that in the movie. That brings it down for me 1/2 star. I literally fast forward that part. There's something annoying about that fucking song that she sings, and it seems so out of place. Other than that, the movie is a masterpiece. I gave it 4.5 stars. Oh, God. Next up, I watched The Day After Tomorrow. This was such a I never rolled my eyes so many times in a fucking movie. The decisions they made, the things like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, global warming probably is going to happen one day, but I don't know if it's going to be that extreme, but I don't know. I don't know. And I really don't care. But all I know is that this movie was fucking stupid. This movie was such a waste of fucking, the fucking CGI looks so stupid now. It's so dated. You know, I think that its saving grace was the fact that I'm a fan of Jake Gyllenhaal, and that was and that was kind of pretty much it. But I gave that piece of shit a 1 star. That was so stupid. And then me and my son actually watched the Child's Play remake. I always had a blast with this movie. I feel like everybody was just like, ew, it doesn't have the original Chucky voice. I'm not going to watch it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just look past that and just give it a chance. Think of it as its own fucking movie, you know? And if you think of it like that, it's awesome. It's a really awesome movie. It's funny. It's bloody. It's has cool effects. It's a great movie. I loved it. 4 stars. Next, I'm a huge Dario Argento fan, and this was the first time I ever watched Four Flies on Grey Velvet. And this was a really fucking awesome movie. I know Severin, you know, they released it for some stupid ass amount and said that if you don't buy it now, you're never going to be able to get it from us again. And I was like, damn you got me. All right, let me get one. So I got it and I watched it, and you know, it's a really good movie. You know, the guy, he kills somebody gets it on pictures of it, and basically this guy's kind of blackmailing him and stuff like that. It's a really neat movie. God, always love Dario Argento's cinematography. The mask that the guy wears is really cool. The score on it's really creepy. Awesome movie. I gave that 4 stars. Next up, I watched The Ginger Dead Man. And, you know, I remember when this movie first came out back in 2005. And I don't know. I always had a kind of a liking for the movie, you know. I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece in any way, shape, or form. But I have fun with it, you know. It's decent. I gave it 3 stars. Next up, I watched Jack Frost. This is a fun, fucking dumb movie. This is like the definition of dumb fun. Okay, I love it. There's gore in it. I don't know. I liked it, man. I gave that thing 3.5 stars. Next up, I watched from Unearthed Videos. I watched No Escape. And for the more part, I like all of Unearthed stuff. I love that label. I feel like it's a very underrated label, especially if you're a gore hound like I am. But this movie, I don't even know why it's on the fucking label, to be honest. I don't even remember any gore in it. And I know people love this movie, but I did not at all. I feel like it's almost like a fucking Waterworld ripoff. Actually, Waterworld came after, but Waterworld was way better than this piece of shit. I didn't like it. Sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that do, but I gave it 2 stars. Best thing about it was Ray Liotta was in it. R.I.P. Next up, I watched a movie called Nutcracker Massacre. And oh man, you know, this is when you start like rolling your eyes at people that are making movies, because they actually had a really cool mask. And if they would have had more kills, more things happening, I would have been all in. But it's like, man, with movies like this that are so fucking low budget, it's like you guys don't even care. You have a cool mask, it kills a couple people, but it's like, come on, man. It's really that hard to you have a cool concept already. Like, I'd be fully in if it fucking had more going on, but it didn't. I gave it 1.5 stars. Next up, I watched The Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. I never watched the first one, so I don't have an opinion of where this goes, but my lady wanted to watch it, so I was like, fuck it, let's watch it. It had a lot of really cool people in there, man. Kate Hudson, man, she looks exactly the same as she always has. Very fucking crazy. But I had a blast with this movie. It was really fucking cool. Edward Norton, too. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a movie in so long. I love American History X, and that's how I always think of him, as American History X. Yeah, it was the really cool movie. I gave that movie 4 stars. Really cool movie. Next up, I watched Krampus, The Devil's Returns. This was so boring. I don't know how these people get away with ripping off well-known horror movies and stuff like that. It's very strange. Gave it a 1 star. Next up, I watched Jack Frost Part 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. This one is way sillier than the original. So with that being said, though, I did enjoy it, though, but it's still below average. I gave it 2 stars. Next up, I watched Amityville Karen, and this movie is directed by, I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this knows who Cool Duder is. This is his movie, and man, no comment. Half star. Next up, I watched a movie called Scare Zone from 2009. I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to movies that were around haunted houses or haunted attractions and stuff like that, because I love those things. I go to all of them, as many as I fucking can every year. Really cool stuff. This movie was very, very low budget, though. And, you know, although I feel like they tried, I feel like they still missed a lot of marks that they could have did. So this one was slightly below average to possibly average. I could have did 2.5 stars, but I did put 2 stars. Next up, I watched Black Adam. My son wanted to watch Black Adam, and honestly, I'm a huge fan of The Rock. He is like inspiration to me. There was a time in my life, not too long ago, when I was in extremely good shape, and unfortunately, me being on workman's comp and not being able to do those kind of things right now, took me back way far. But The Rock, he's always been an inspiration to me. I really love his movies that he's been in. I was never a fan of wrestling, so that's the whole different story. But him as an individual, I love fucking The Rock. And this movie was cool. You know, it wasn't amazing. I'm not the hugest on superhero movies also, so that kind of plays a factor into it. But I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was above average. I had fun with it. Next up, we actually went to go to the movies to watch the new Puss in Boots, and I thought it was funny, man. We were laughing the whole time. It was really cool stuff. I had fun with it. I gave that one actually 3.5 stars. We all had a blast. Next up, I watched Spontaneous. Spontaneous, I remember when this movie first came out. I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I did right now. I watched this movie, man. It's such an amazing love story. You know, it's an amazing love story with a horrible situation that's happening in the background. And I don't know, it kind of touched me in my feels. I really enjoyed it a lot. Really good movie. If you haven't seen Spontaneous, everybody out there, make sure you go check out Spontaneous. It's a very good movie. Very good movie. I gave that thing 4.5 stars. Next up, we watched E.T. One of my kids said she's never seen E.T. So we watched E.T. and me and my son, we fucking love E.T. It's crazy how you see time kind of go by. When I was a kid, I loved E.T. I had E.T. like plushies and all that stuff like that. So when I see my kid that's 5, you know, my youngest son that's 5, and he likes E.T., I'm like, man, it's weird how time works. You know, you're like, it's like watching myself be what I did, you know. So E.T. is a masterpiece to me. I love E.T. with all my heart. It's such a great movie. 5 stars. Next up, I watched Ernest Saves Christmas. Man, I remember when I was a kid, I used to like this movie, and I'm a fan of Ernest. My favorite is still probably Ernest Scared Stupid, but this movie, man, I remember liking it, and I did not at all this time. It was just corny, boring, just not funny, everything. I gave that one 1.5 stars. Was not my jam. Next up, we watched Toy Story. You know, I feel like its only flaw really is the fact that the animation does not hold up to what I remembered it and what now the newer movies are. But yeah, I love Toy Story. Such an amazing story. Awesome characters. It just brought us everybody into this whole new world. And Toy Story is fucking awesome. I love it. I give that one 4.5 stars. And then last but not least, one of Unearth's newer titles, I watched Christmas Cruelty. This is a fucking, like, it starts off like it's going to be psychotic because it does show some psychotic shit. And then it kind of calms down quite a bit. And then towards the end, it gets psychotic again. So, you know, it's like, I wish it would be more psychotic through the entire thing. That's what I came for. That's what I want to experience the whole time. But it went all the way up, then came down, then plateaued, then went all the way up again, and then kind of just ended. So it was okay, though. I liked it. I still gave it 3 stars. I thought it was above average. So yeah, that I didn't think was actually going to be that long, so I apologize, everybody. But if you're still here rocking with me, yeah, I watched a lot of fucking movies in the month of December. So that is everything that I watched in the month of December. I am going to try to stay on top of it, to do these every single month, to let you guys know what I watched and kind of an overview of how I feel about these movies. So yeah, until next time, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, and I am out this motherfucker. Peace.